a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Saxon Jim. Superman review. I'm also going to be supersetting my rear delts. So Superman, to my understanding, is the first new film in the new DC universe. And for me, really couldn't have got to a better start. I really like this movie. I'll run you through it and I'll tell you why I think it's good. We all know Superman to some extent, right? If you don't know Superman, like anything about Superman, I kind of just don't believe you. That being said, this movie is not an origin story. Knowing this wasn't gonna be an origin movie, I knew there was gonna be some heavy lifting in terms of the world building, but I really think they pulled it off. So the plot of this movie really has to do with Lex Luthor, who, may I say, was a complete standout for this movie. Absolute insane hater, okay? I don't think I've ever seen, well, I probably have, but a villain that just hates, absolutely hates the main character with every part of their soul. So Superman is 3 years into his heroic feats, and he recently has intervened in a war, and there's been a lot of fallback from that because Superman is acting as an individual. He is, at the end of the day, an alien, all right? And he's not acting for any one government. He is acting in what he believes is in the best interest of humanity and the greater good. And I think everyone can kind of get behind that, okay? This movie does just, it makes you want to do good. That's what I think. That's what I think at the very least, okay? And his girlfriend, Lois Lane, who, may I say, the on-screen chemistry of these two, absolutely bonkers. And then we've also got the Justice Gang, who is Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Mr. Terrific, who I really enjoyed all their characters. Although Mr. Terrific, out of the three, had the most screen time and probably plot relevancy. All three of them had really standout moments. See, sometimes when I record these, I do a lot of takes. So I've actually done the exercise more than you're seeing. So I'm not some sort of weak lifter, I'm just tired. But back to the story. So Lex uses every tool you can probably imagine to turn the public perception of Superman against him, to make him seem like he's evil here to destroy Earth, to make it seem like he has a secret harem to reproduce Kryptonians. But even in the very first scene, like we see someone fighting Superman and is actually winning, and behind the scenes it's just Lex giving controls like the video game character. 1A! 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 Yeah! I haven't seen such hater energy in a lot, like maybe ever in a movie like this. And it really took me back to my roots, because as a kid, I really enjoyed the DC TV shows. Like I used to watch Justice League, I used to watch Batman the Animated Series. And this movie was a lot more comic-y, let's say, than a lot of other adaptations. Take Man of Steel, which I do enjoy, okay? And Henry Cavill, I love him. That is a more darker, grittier take on, I feel like, superhero films, where this is trying to be, you know, colorful, wild, vibrant. And I think I do enjoy that. I think I might like it more even. Maybe it's just because I'm fatigued of all the other stuff, but I really do like it. Some people might say some of these scenes are a bit too extra and comic-y. For example, minor spoiler, Lex even sets up a farm of monkeys, okay, that just leave hate messages for Superman online. Just rage baiting Superman and trying to give a bad perception online. Just a field of monkeys in this little pocket dimension. Who is doing this? And throughout the movie, there's all this other plot going on with the military conflict overseas, not in Metropolis. And we're kind of led to believe that Lex's true intentions are with that. But spoiler warning, skip maybe 10 seconds. He really is just in this to kill Superman. Anything else is second. He hates Superman that much that is basically his whole identity. He feeds on anger and envy. Envy is his strength. I reckon in a few more years, I might be bold enough to play Lex Luthor. I don't think there's gonna be an opening anytime soon, so shame. It's a real shame. This is just a really fun, uplifting movie to watch. It really shows, you know, humanity has its faults, but at the end of the day, what makes us human is what makes us strong, you know? And no amount of hatred can stop that. And I just have so much hope. I haven't even mentioned yet, but David Corenswet, the new Superman, I think he did a great job. I think recency bias maybe, but this might be my new favorite portrayal of Superman. Like when I think of Superman, especially when I go back to my childhood cartoon viewing, his Superman reminds me the most of that, and I really can't wait to see the future of this DC universe. I'm very excited about it. A lot of the characters in this, some spoiler ones I won't mention either, are definitely gonna be in future projects, and I can't wait to see their future and where we go from there. And some of the stuff Lex does in this, pure evil. But it is, like, it's so evil that it's funny. But some of the scenes are still quite shocking. Like, I was surprised how dark some of the scenes got in this relatively colorful and happy-ish world. Back to the world building, even just stuff like, there's a giant space imp outside in one scene, and Lois, who's just a regular human, is still kind of chill about it because Superman's like, oh, they got it covered, it's fine. Like, we kind of already have a good idea what kind of world we're in. With that being said, Superman 2025 gets 9 sexes. Point. Hope is what makes me strong. I didn't count how many that was, but I'm gonna give it a 9.5. 9.5, I know that's a very high rating, but that's just how I feel about it. Stay sexy, bye.